little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whippin' around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Just stay turned like. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
2nd and 10.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Steps away to his left. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Check 59,
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
On the carry.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A throw complete to Dorsett, and he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
It's
a nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
The Seahawks 1st down.
Throwing is Wilson. Being chased out left. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Here's Carson, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
It's a turnover on down.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
41-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And this one is right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Philip Dorsett. Incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
2nd down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now Wilson on first down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down, Seahawks.
They run it with Carson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On third down, Carson. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
to number 14.
DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
The score, Seahawks 7, Dolphins 6. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over one.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 50 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On 2nd down, Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
36 to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, Joel Green. You don't want it. Watch the safety creep. Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
On third and long, it's Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tagovailoa's pass incomplete. Intended for Juju.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This from 36 yards out.
A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. All 9 points for them coming via the field goal, and this last one puts them out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, I wonder if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
The return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Miami. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Penny, a first down carry. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Oh, it's a wobbler here. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come. Red, yellow. He's checking Craig. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, watch that.
Tua going to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Tua on 4th down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike, check, check. 59.
Now it's Breida. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is DJ Reed returning. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
DJ Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. that he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game, because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys are going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and is tough as any receiver in the NFL.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
A gain of
14 yards that time for number 14. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing again here, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Second down at the 9-yard line.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. To throw again is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by the rookie Noah Igbenogany. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So now on comes the Dolphins offense as he'll try and go for 2 here. Intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Seahawks 7. Jason Sanders to kick off 1.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 40.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
10 at the 44-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins, they're